So today's project, thankfully, is not wiring related. I really wanted to take a break from that, even though I'm gonna have to jump back in there in short order. So what we're gonna do today, if all goes according to plan, is fabricate an elbow that's gonna span from the downpipe down to the exhaust. The plan is to put a full 5-inch on this at some point. I'd like to buy a nice stainless one. It's gonna be $500-600. So for the time being, we're gonna make the old 4-inch diamond eye work. So this is the factory 6.5 downpipe, or I should say this is the diamond eye 6.5 downpipe 3-inch. And then this is the factory leading pipe from an 01 to 07, maybe a 01 to 10 Duramax truck. This one happened to come off of LB7. And basically, these actually use the same flange, which is kind of cool. And then where the downpipe connects to the rest of the system, it uses this kind of like ball and socket type joint, this little 2-bolt flange, and there's a corresponding one on the other side. And then this just uses a 4-bolt flange, which is actually the same way that a stock 6.5 exhaust would go together. So anyway, between these two pieces of pipe, I'm gonna come up with some sort of elbow to go in there, and that way I can at least run this exhaust for a little while before biting the bullet and buying a nice 5-inch. All right, so you can see we got our preliminarily set in there. Slide under the truck. This is what we got. So now we just have to span that distance, retain the hanger, retain the ball end, and we'll be good. Something like that. Like it's just hanging there, that's why it's got the gap at the bottom, but it's not bad for a first cut. I'll take it. So now we just get the welder under here, get that gap tightened up, and throw a couple tacks on it, and then go weld it out on the bench. I've never claimed to be a welder, and I think welding exhaust pipe is a pain in the ass, but I think that'll work. And now let's go see if it fits. I think that's gonna work just fine. We retained factory clamp off the downpipe and factory suspension point for the hanger and everything else. So I'm gonna throw some paint on this, go get some bolts for that, and we can check that off the list. And just like that, we got our downpipe adapter bolted into place. And these exhausts always are close on this cross member right here, but close is not touching. And it seems like it fits good. Got the tailpipe right where I want it, so nice little project that we can check off the list and move on to whatever's next. Just getting some more odds and ends done. I think I said in a previous video, I'm going to use the factory battery cables for the time being, and then hopefully upgrade them down the road. So just getting these routed in. Got the starter back in. Get the shot. There it is. Got the battery supply cable, and then this is going to be the trigger, so we can at least run it. Got the ground run. Got the ground run on this side as well. Went under the truck and grounded the oil pressure sensor harness as well. So we got those little things taken care of. I think that's gonna wrap up this one. And really, now that we got those couple small things taken care of, we can prepare to start working on this rat's nest and figure out what goes where. There's still a bunch of connectors that have to get plugged in on the engine. This one is fuel rail temperature, I guess. Vane position. So once we get that hooked up, then realistically, we could hook up the standalone, get some files in this thing, throw some batteries at it and some fuel and see what it does. Most of this is just stuff pertaining to making the cab work, or cab talk to the motor anyway. Waiting on new P-clips that should be here Monday from McMaster, so hopefully we can get those taken care of. And then I'm still going to have to address the fuel system at some point, because I don't really want to run the motor off of the current fuel system, so we'll probably come up with something kind of hack just to hear the thing run in the first place. But anyway, just chipping away at it. See you guys in the next one.